Thanks for joining me. This is Jason with Playing with Sticks, and typically I like to do more natural things, items that have come out of a log or something that's taken from nature, like this mushroom here, which I'll be doing a video on these guys coming up pretty quick. Special thanks to Worth the Effort. Him and his dad, I think Sean is his name, him and his dad showed me how to make these on their YouTube channel, and I appreciate it very much. A little bit of a twist on them, but we'll save that for the next video. Standing here in front of my new stash, like I said, typically I like to do more natural things, but I actually contacted a cabinet maker, which is a good source for maybe free or at least discounted wood. I offered the guy 20 bucks. He gave me a big old trash can. He said, here for another 10, take this one. And so I got all this wood that you see here. I've already made a few projects. Some cool little bowl blank pieces. This is oak. I'll show you the project I made out of one of those, little platter. A lot of good practice stuff that's not, you know, I love the natural wood, but it's all wonky and not centered, and when you first put it on, you got to be really careful. Wherever you get this stuff, and it doesn't have knots, you glue it together, which is actually what our plan for today is. So I took some of those pieces and I made this contraption. I didn't record this because I don't know, it just didn't seem like it was going to be worth anything, and maybe it's not, but we're going to turn this bad boy today and see what it turns out like. All right. So, let's see what's in this monstrosity. Uh-oh. Move it on. All right. I love to say all right. I don't know if you've noticed that or not. Here's what we have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little maple blocks glued together. And then I've got 2 lines of chupacabra. A cuchimoya. Capybara. I don't know. Some kind of an exotic wood. I'll have to go ask the cabinet maker. Again, it sounds something like that. Anyway, little accent lines, and we'll turn those. And honestly, don't know what exactly I'm going to make out of this. My thought going in is a vase. I've got 2 different shapes in mind. I don't know. Maybe I should go ask for some guidance. Gribbles, I've got a question for you. What do you think? A vase? What shape? No? Modern? I'll just put it in there. You'll pay more attention to it if you think you can eat it. What do you think? What should I make? You guys are no help. Hey, come here, I got a question for you. What do you think about this thing? Huh? What should I make it into? Huh? Come here, take a closer look. You really didn't look all that close. What do you think? That's my thumb, don't bite my thumb. Look, I'll give you a nut, I just want your advice. Here, maybe if I give you a nut first, then you'll get... Come here, I got a nut now. I'm not just asking for free advice. Come here. I'm not just asking for free advice now. I got a nut. Yeah, so I was gonna ask you about this thing. What? Hey, Is that all it was about? The nut? Jeez. Well, at least you guys will pay attention. At least you guys will pay attention to it. Nobody else wants to give me any advice. What do you think, Charlie? What do you think, Linus? Maybe a vase? Yeah? Okay. Now I could do that. I could do that. Round it off a little on top, a little on bottom. Okay. Before I set this up on the lathe, I took it over here to the table saw, trimmed off the edges, but right now I'm going to see if I've got the blade set up just maybe 1/8 of an inch there. I'm just going to cut a cross pattern in the top of this for the drive gear. So I don't really want to smack the drive gear into this wood. It's glued together. I couldn't split it apart. Here's that line I cut in the center. Drive gear, little teeth of the drive gear are going to go into that. It's a Moore's taper, so you just shove that in there and it's good to go. Get set up to turn between centers, which means I'll get my tailstock over here, get it locked in place. Go ahead and put some pressure on it to push it up against the drive gear. Lock that in. Get your tool rest just about as close as you can get it. A little too close. Alright. Get your face shield ready. Alright, there's our first look at the finished design, or not the finished design, but the way that pattern is going to come out. Still got to go down a ways. Looks like I just haven't got far enough yet. Didn't quite glue that one all the way through. So we'll take it down a little bit more. Couple of catches there. Still needs to go a little further down. I'm not going to go ahead and neck all this down because it doesn't need it, but right here still got a little ways to go. Alright, now it's time to think a little bit. I've got to put a tenon on one side or the other here. I'm thinking that I want this to be the top. So if I neck down here, I don't know, maybe I'd want that to be the bottom. Choices, choices. Turn my head this way. Turn my head this way. I'm going to call this the bottom. So that means I'm going to come over here to this side and I'm going to put a tenon on so that I can put it in my chuck later, and I'll end up putting a mortise on this side after I get it in the chuck. And I'm going to do that with a parting tool. Alright, got a tenon on it. This is going to go in our chuck. It's going to go on it right there like that. So you can see we got our tenon in there. The jaws of the chuck are pressing against this face here and then onto the dovetail. They're not touching the bottom of the chuck. Gives you a good solid tenon. You can wiggle that thing pretty good. It ain't going anywhere. maple so hard, or if it's that chupacabra in there that's giving me fits. I gotta let the motor cool down for a little while. Then I'll come back and finish drilling. Okay, I've been drilling a while without the camera running, and in that process I heard a little bit of a popping noise, which is never a good thing. And feel the whole thing here. If you can feel it, it's actually kind of warm. And see what happened here. Got a crack there. Also, I don't think it's over on this side over here. This seems to be splitting apart a little bit. So I think a couple things are happening. One, I think I'm just getting too friggin' hot. This thing is discolored. I mean, it's pretty hot. And then as it's getting in here, you know, we're having less meat over here where the mortise is attaching by spreading out. So I think I'm done drilling. I think I'm only about right here, but I think I'm done trying to get that. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the front of this thing. I don't know, I might see about trying to squeeze this together somehow and putting some CA glue on that before I start anything too. I know I've already got a compromised tenon down there, and I don't think it'd be wise to go too much further. That being said, I'll go ahead and start a little bit of sanding. So I'm thinking about trying to use some sawdust that I've been collecting here to fill that little hole. We'll see how bad of an idea this is once I try it. It's still dry. I'm going to try to pack some sawdust down in there to fill the crack. Okay, that's got it full. Oh geez. That's more than I wanted to put on there. I'm gonna want to sand that off. It'll mess with the finish. Unfortunately, I think it needs a little bit more up here. Right spot. So I might try that again right here too, but before I do, I think I'm gonna actually sand this and see what it looks like. not too bad. Alright, so I've sanded it up through 2000 grit. Now I'm going to try a little bit of this feed and wax here. And I'm just going to put a liberal coat. The idea is that this soaks in. So I'm really not going to buff it or anything like that at this moment. I just want to get a good thick coat everywhere. You can see it's already making it look pretty good though. That's beeswax and orange oil is what this product is. Get it on the inside here. As far as I can reach anyway. It's a pretty good idea of what it's going to look like here. The next little bit kind of drying out right in here. I want to get just a little more on there. And I'm just going to let this sit on there all goopy like. Let it soak in deep. Instructions say for at least 20 minutes, so I'm gonna go eat supper. That'll take me at least 20 minutes. Then we'll come back. Alright, actually came out. Put a second coat on this stuff. It was soaking in pretty good. Looks like it's decent. So, here it is. I think that Charlie was right whenever he suggested I take a little off here and a little bit here. Anyway, having a little bit of fun there, but this is what she turned out as. Had some boo-boos, got a crack right here. You see my mortise is actually probably a little big for the bottom of that bowl. There's not a lot of meat right there. That probably contributed to the crack. And then I was just really pushing it when I was trying to bore the hole in there. I probably shouldn't have been going as fast as I was, but it was just going slow and I felt like it should have been going faster. The truth is, I guess I should have been slowing down. Anyway, I'll put some stills up and let you take a look at it out in the garden. Thanks for watching.